new game. It's so fast. Just to crouch. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Interesting. Okay, so I need that lantern here. When an object can be picked up, press F. Bolt cutter. Going to see if I can cut the other door too. Never know, I might need to do some running.
What a putrid offering. Don't fight. You have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written.
They look messed up.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
So what's this? Like my journal? See? Pierce Investigation Agencies missions. 20th October 1924. Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? This will affect your destiny. Listen. I need this. I need this.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. But when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Do I have all day to answer this?
I wonder why I still take these things.
Doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effect has been wearing off.
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Right.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
What? Allocate your character's points. Each character point allows you to improve the score skill. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chance of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improving this skill increases your chance of finding hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear in game. What does that mean? Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. Improving this skill enhances your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms or using violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. Improving the skill increases your chance of determining the doses of a drug or making diagnosis or expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Understand the motivation of a person based on his or her behavior or on the analysis of objects. Determining to use the origin of occult artifacts. Cool. How much do I have to use? Oh, 6. Cool. I have 4. 4. Cool. Validate. Do you really want to validate? Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Your notebook details your current objectives. To open it, press J. Okay. So this is what I read earlier, right? And then it added more. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthiest industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case, named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. Examine the, I say, so I can click on those. Cool. And they want me to examine the painting. So this is the title of this. Examine the Hawkins file. So I gotta do two things. Interesting. And to get in there, I hit J.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
She can paint. So does it add? No.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
The shipping label, some of it's unreadable, but I can make out the address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report says the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cut-in. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son Simon.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Okay. Oh no, I don't want to say that. Wait, I do want to say this.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe. And yet a short while, the painting is linked to this...
I just wanted to make sure.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
So if I say this...
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Damn.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Dark water. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt.
I want to see, did anything else come here? Okay. All that remains is to leave for Darkwater. I'll certainly find something on Darkwater in my bookcase. Okay.
I'll find some information on this island in there.
Island of Medicine. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details symptoms and suitable treatment. This just doesn't let me open it though. Progression. Medicine. Oh, did it give me some points? It's like a percentage there. F. The medicine and occult skills can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. I see.
I used to be an avid reader. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Sheesh.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Okay. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories by its lost tribes. But I don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Right. I like it. It seems quite story rich so far. I do like it. Let's hit save spot. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused a fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing patent on the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of an island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. This voice actor sounds like the main character of Song of Horror.
almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.